Glad you can be with us. Here are our top stories. First off, the Tea Party candidates are going at it strong. We have two GOP nods that have gone to more or less Tea Party candidates. First off, the Delaware Senate race, Christine O'Donnell ends up succeeding in her primary and moves on in the midterm election race. Then there's also Tea Party ally, running for New York Governor, Palladino, who lost out to Blasio before. Palladino is eyeing up some more time in political office, so he ends up being a Tea Party candidate. Stocks ended up about mixed today as more worries re-aroused about Europe's economy. And we have actually, the NASDAQ was the only one up on the major indices. Dow was down a few points, NASDAQ was up, and the S&P down 0.8 of a point. As we move on, there really wasn't any much major breaking news or such. It was just pretty much election coverage. But we have more about weather than we do regular news, so let's get to it. Two hurricanes and a tropical storm. The tropical storm in the Gulf of Mexico near the Yucatan Peninsula, as Hurricanes Igor and Julia are strengthening up. Julia is at a Category 2, and Igor is at a Category 4, close to a Category 5. And they will be making their northerly turn, but neither of them expected to hit the East Coast anytime soon. And pretty much Tropical Storm Carl is supposed to go west, but and it'll end up being of little concern due to for the States, because it'll just go west right into Mexico. It will probably pick up some speed where it stays a tropical storm, but won't stay for long. But in our news, weather-wise, in eastern PA, we have quite a nice but cool trend as fall definitely sets in next week. Excuse me. We have pretty much 60s and 70s for a good majority of the week throughout the eastern PA region. A lot of sunny days. Tomorrow, Thursday, we might see some chances of rain, some afternoon storm showers or thunderstorms possible, but not really huge concern for us, even though there is a drought warning and watch kind of in effect almost. And then we're not seeing anything weather-wise until after the vernal it's the changing from summer to autumn. I think it's the autumnal equinox or something. But if anyone, if I said it wrong, please correct me on this. So, we have that. But we also have so, here, up in Mount Cobb, it's about like the mid-40s, and here in Phoenixville, we're having in mid-50s. And here inside studios, it's icicles. You can't tell, but it is very, very cold. I'd say probably, it may feel like 40-some degrees in here right now. So, it is not pleasant. If I wasn't doing Mikey report, I'd be in a hoodie right now. So, that pretty much covers a lot of the weather. But we also have a lot of sports that we had, including local college action. Valley Forge Christian College had women's volleyball home against Keystone College from Lithium, PA. And the soccer teams, both women's and men's, were at Washington and Bannis. Let's get to the action. First, at the 6 o'clock kick, it was the women's soccer team, and they ended up losing 3-2 in double overtime. And I kind of feel bad for them because I know how I see double overtime losses and I'm like, ouch. But it wasn't as long as that Big East game between Cuse and I think it was UConn. That 6 overtime game. Oh yeah, that was long. And then we have what else? Oh yes, men's soccer ended up being at 8. Men ended up losing 8-0. Still searching for their first win of the season. They are 0-5 right now. Women's volleyball, however, dropped to 1-9 on the season as they lost to Keystone College 25-12 in the first 2 sets and 25-15 in the third and final set. Keystone now is even at 4-4 on the season. Keystone definitely was good, and they had a 15-2 lead in the third set until the Patriot crowd started chanting and getting rowdy, as they should, at some cases, and the Lady Patriots went on a 10-3 run. But it did not hold up as Keystone got the serve back, and the final of it was 25-15. The next game, home game for the Lady Patriot volleyball team, is the 16th against Bryn Athyn College at 7 p.m. So if you are in the Valley Forge area, come out, enjoy it. Grab a few concessions, grab a coupon to Jasmine's Cafe. Eat it good. And just enjoy the game. And in sports action, the Yankees beat the Rays in 8-7 in 10 innings. Rivera picking up a save. Finally, it's been a while for him. Phillies beat the Fish 2-1. Red Sox are losing to Seattle 5-4. I believe. Yes. The Orioles beat the Blue Jays. Really nothing major there. The Cubs beat the Cards 7-2. Rangers beat the Tigers 11-4. And the Braves got shut out by the Nationals 6-0. Phillies are dominating the East right now. And the winning run for the Yankees was Jorge Posada. Home run. So John Sterling did his classic, "It is high, it is far, it is gone." So Yankees end up winning 8-7, as I said. And in college football news, Reggie Bush is going to forfeit his 2005 Heisman Trophy amidst the USC allegations of pretty much going in violation of NCAA rules. In football action from the previous nights or days, Pittsburgh beat Atlanta 15-9 in overtime, 50-yard Rashard Mendenhall run. Giants end up beating the Panthers 31-18. The Eagles lose to the the Packers. Packers win 27-20. Eagles got down early and injured early. Kevin Cobb with a concussion, Bradley with a concussion, Weaver out with the tear on his ACL, I think, or something. So, yeah, a lot of injuries on the Eagles early and a couple season-ending ones. So that's not good in fantasy or in regular football, especially in week 1. We have the Cowboys losing to the Skins at the last second with an offensive line penalty. Jerry Jones or Wade Phillips probably lit into number 71 quite harshly after that one. Excuse me. And I think there's probably another score I'm thinking of. Ravens won 10-9 to the Jets, and the Chiefs beat the Chargers 21-14. That is it for the Mikey Report. I had a couple good fantasy football wins, and I ended up having intramural softball tonight, and my team lost 11-1, and I was overtime and almost had to put up, but defense was in my way. So that's it for me, Mikey Report, for tonight, September 14th, 2010. I'm Mikey.